The city of Accra is known for its deadly cholera outbreaks, recording over 22,000 cholera cases, while hundreds lost their lives in 2014.
The city is home to many schools, one of such being the Latobiokoshi cluster of schools. The cluster has 4 different schools comprising both primary and junior high schools, hosting 1,428 pupils. At the cluster, and pupils are getting ready for the day's work, which starts with a general assembly. The pupils are instructed by a teacher on hygienic living, especially hand washing with soap.
We want soap and water. The water should be under what? Running water. That is either the pipe or somebody has a cup and the person pours on your hand slowly as if you have opened the pipe. Okay? Number 2, before you eat, you must wash your hands with soap and water. You must wash your hand with what? Soap and water.
The teacher makes the talk interactive by asking questions.
Hello. Hi. Suppose you visit the washroom or you come back from town and you don't wash your hands, what is going to happen to you?
You will get sick.
You get sick and you may even die. Okay?
After several minutes at the assembly grounds, comes marching into classrooms. Marching songs are pleasing to each of the pupils. It is usually accompanied with a brass band. This is Kennedy Ado. He teaches English language at one of the cluster schools, LB6 Primary. Teaching and learning becomes interesting when it is interactive. It becomes engaging. This is a typical day in a classroom at a cluster. Every school child waits for one thing while lessons are going on, and that is break time. At least break time comes and pupils troop to large playground on the cluster compound. The cluster ground is sandy. There are those who play football, that's the boys and girls team. Those who play ampe. And those who play with the sun itself. The sun is a habitat for millions of germs. At the cluster, most of the pupils play for some time before getting food to eat from the vendors. Before buying the food, they remember the early morning talk on hygiene. They visit Veronica buckets first to wash their hands with soap and the running water, following 6 steps they have been taught. The buckets have been provided by Global Communities, an NGO with project funding from Cummins Ghana Limited, a global power leader that designs, manufactures, sells and services diesel engines and related technology. The Veronica buckets have been provided for each of the schools to help pupils on their hand washing campaign. Aside the hand-washing Veronica buckets, Cummins Global Communities Project has also rehabilitated a toilet facility that was built by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Now pupils have the convenience of using the facility on the compound and do not require going home for nature's call while classes go on. All the 4 schools shared this urinal previously. The toilet facility also comes with a hand-washing basin, and as taught, the pupils wash their hands anytime they visit the toilet. Previously, pupils and teachers escaped classes in the name of visiting their home washrooms, a situation that made learning difficult.
Formerly, they had to go out and then attend to nature's call, and that disrupts their classes. But these days, we are all comfortable here, we visit the place, and we are okay with it.
Before the program started, there was no water on the compound, no toilet facilities. Therefore, children had to run home sometimes, and then with all excuses. And then even teachers, when there is the need for them to visit the washroom, we have to run around not knowing where to go or what to do. And it's a very difficult situation because sometimes a teacher will have to go home with the mere excuse of maybe the tummy upset or something. The children too use those excuses and run away from school because you can't keep them in. Some also soil themselves. When the toilets were built, there was no water to run it. Yeah, so global communities and then Cummins came in, and after the borehole, they had to still come in to help us with the pump and the other machines to be able to get the water. Now the water is refined, therefore the children are able to use it freely and then to use the facility without going out of school.
The Cummins Global Communities Project has also provided a water treatment plant accompanied with a water pump. The water treatment machine is able to separate bad water from good water. The good water is what is used for hand washing and drinking, and even cooking on the school compound. The bad water flushes the waste at the washrooms. The good and bad water are stored in polytanks, which were also acquired through the Cummins Global Community Project.
Parents are now happy their children will study under a more hygienic environment and are ready to support the school in maintaining the facility by making timely contribution and supplying their children with toilet rolls.
Good. Mabehu school a toilet mabeya mankola ne park boss amotu mankola no send akola benya good hygiene. Moya there about toiletries. Then you beja to say be provide emba no 2 toilet rolls. At least no babe you be here maintenance. Ama toilet na mabe no. You be here staff so be here adwuma ho no mo. Eno so na mo to you ni be nyira saji to mu say etemu bia no you be ma yen kola no 3 cities aba betu ase be here staff so be here adwuma ho no mo so be nya anije. At least go sir school be to ma staff so be here adwuma ho. Se na koma yen kola na on be kwa ko yusu on be ko no na ho aye bibi tse poto. Eni ti de nyira saji to mu. So every time biano you be ma kola 3 cities. And as we the parents, you know, you have a school 3 cities, you know, send a bear on make people good.
In fact, I am in the past on my toilet, you know, because send a binum pray, aqua bonting, on the public toilet to walk, on the yeah, or honors, on the most, I want some or your honor basabasa, and some of our classroom, and yet me that is say, global committee for almost soon, Kodanu, and a drop yaman Kodanu sisi toilet yam or mono.
Teaching and learning does not only thrive under hygienic conditions, security and comfort is also needed. The Cummins Global Communities Project has also extended the short walls of the cluster of schools and provided a security gate to prevent community folks from misusing the compound.
It's a compound that people can just cross in and out. They can come in and out at any time. They just jump the wall, go through the compound whilst teaching and learning is going on, and this obviously disturbs teaching and learning. And so extending the walls and providing security gates and also having a gate man to manage the security on the compound has helped. Today, we don't have people crossing around. You only see people in the morning when the gates are opened. That is before 8 o'clock. After 8, when the gates are closed, even teachers who come in late will have to go around to use only one entrance. And so, intrusion has stopped.
Leaky roofs of some of the cluster of schools have also been re-roofed. Global Communities has also trained funders, Cummins Ghana, on how to facilitate behavior change programs, and thus Cummins is in a position to continue educating the pupils on living clean and feeling good. A project handing over ceremony has been organized, characterized with lots of activities. A hand washing competition, and a play by the pupils.
Wash the balls and your hands. It's so very different. Please, I've been paying for the Zoom live, but they have not been coming here working. It's their fault. It is not me. It's the children. Do you even have a healthcare certificate? Hey, what is certificate? And who gave you that permission to sell food to children? Don't you know it wasn't helpful to the children?
The children also learned through songs. The children are expected to continue spreading the message across by educating their families and community members. They are now acquainted with the 6 steps of hand washing. They do this after playing or visiting the washroom. With roofs not leaking and school compound well secured, school kids and properties are safe and secured on the cluster compound. Teaching and learning can now be done in a friendly and convenient environment with no room for truancy by both pupils and teachers.